All right, Crossroads Sports, the playoff reaction show. Playoff reaction show. Myself, Brendan Reeve, Jonathan Birdsong, back at it again tonight. We want to do it in an impromptu Crossroads Sports at Night show. Here for about 35 minutes or so. Myself and JB are going to talk. John, we've got a lot to talk about in the world of college football. The rankings came out today. You've got Michigan at 1, Washington at 2. We expected that. Texas at 3, and then Alabama sneaking in at the 4 spot. Florida State, the 5, undefeated, won the ACC championship last night, and Georgia fell all the way to a 6. Opening remarks from me, John. I have no problem with 1, 2, or 3. I understand why Florida State's not in based on the quarterback situation.
Right.
And I think the committee, and this is probably not going to be a popular take, I think the committee got it right, my opinion, because if not, you're going to see Michigan, Florida State. That's going to be a bye for Michigan. Florida State cannot compete with Michigan, especially with a second or third string quarterback like an Alabama can. And the crazy part on my final side of it is we're going to have Washington or Texas in the national championship game, which is wild. It is enough there, but yeah, your thoughts. The rankings came out. Playoff rankings. I know you've been kind of heated.
Well, man, dude, I watched college game 1 to 12, man. So and then they didn't weaned us off this BCS system. Then put us on the the CFP system, and says, hey man, this is a little bit better fair system, man. Then you go back to the BCS system where you say some crap about eye test, man. So, third string quarterback, I get it. Even the second string guy from Florida State got hurt, and that's why, I guess, but like that ain't Brandon. We're talking about sports. We ain't talking about TV product. That's where I kind of lose my mind at, man. This is everything supposed to be determined on the field. Or on the court or whatever. That's just kind of what I kind of got into. This is what everybody kind of delves into sports for. So don't move the goalposts on me. That's another one kind of comes up. Everybody knows these cliche. And now you're saying it's really a glass ceiling unless because I go deep in one of these little buckets that, these Big Ten, conferences or the SEC conference. Unless I'm part of that, I ain't gonna because hey man, let's look at the lay of land. The Pac-12, I mean, there's the Pac-12 champions going to be representing itself there, but there ain't no more Pac-12, y'all. That's the Big Ten team. All right. So let's get this straight too. Texas is the day Texas told last year or 2 years ago that they wasn't gonna be no part of the Big 12. They gonna be part of the SEC. That's the SEC team. Look at the optics. That's the SEC team right there, y'all. So who really is controlling this? So I mean, hey, listen, man. Again, this is how they go. They're gonna make new rivalries. You know what I mean? They're gonna make the writing's on the wall, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like they're just gonna say, "Oh, SEC, you're not gonna have anything." But the realistic part of all this is that they want Clemson, they want Florida State. You know what I'm saying? They probably want North Carolina and Duke for basketball, and they have to make those numbers work. The networks being Fox, the network being ESPN, because they're cutting too many checks right now. They're cutting way too many checks. They just really want to just streamline everything and make one check. So, but like, hey man, right? I mean, and we'll talk more about that. You know what I'm saying, on Crossword Sports. You know what I'm saying, later. You know what I mean? Because like, you know what I'm saying, that part of it ain't going away, man. The more TV money that gets pumped into it, corporate dollars get pumped into it, man. It's kind of what it is, man. But the new operating model, you kind of shared it up here, man. But even if it was a 12-team playoff, your favorite Boise State, your favorite, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, plucky program, they wasn't on.
And here's my problem with that. Right. And here's my problem with that bracket is they put that makeshift bracket up there. You have to think they would have taken Ole Miss, and it's weird because if you're really doing the rankings like they're supposed to be, you would take Penn State and Ole Miss, who are 10 and 11. You would have to flip them in the playoff because nobody wants to watch a first round of Penn State and Ohio State, and nobody wants to watch a first round of Ole Miss and who was the other SEC team that they've already played. So you've already
It was
seen.
Missouri.
Yeah,
no, not even.
no, it wasn't Missouri. It was I forget who it was, but you'd have Big Ten versus Big Ten and SEC versus SEC, and you'd have to
for a
change
third time.
that.
Nobody wants to watch that, man.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch
They gotta
Ohio State and Penn State. James
they got to
Franklin
be
pissing down
careful
his
about
leg.
they got to. I think they should be careful about trying to, you know what I'm saying, bankrupt or whatever. You know what I'm saying, the ACC, man. You're going to use that unique brand of football. The Big 12 ain't kind of going nowhere. They kind of, even with Texas, how awkward was it, Brandon? The Big 12 Coach of the Year was not Sarkisian. They won the conference. They only lost to Oklahoma. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't head coach. He wasn't the Coach of the Year, man. I just
Who
think
won
it's,
Coach of the
you know
Year?
what I'm
Was
saying?
it Kansas guy or was it Gundy?
No, it was Gundy.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. Double check me, man. But I'm pretty sure, man. So, the Big 12 ain't kind of going nowhere. They have a pretty broad map, right? So they have as of today, they have a representative. But like, man, Texas is an SEC team, man. Alabama is the SEC team. Michigan and Washington are Big Ten teams, man. Point blank, period, bro. That's how it is, bro.
Absolutely. As Don Miguel Diaz says, he who has the gold makes the rules.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's exactly how it goes. Looking at our matchups, John, we've got 1 versus 4. This is New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at 5:00, the Rose Bowl, Alabama versus Michigan, number 1 versus number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I know I borrowed it from the college football playoff. Thank you. I do not own the rights to the graphics.
Hey man, it's under fair use and game, man. We can't get sued.
Yeah. And anyways, but you've got. I think this is a sexier Rose Bowl game than you're going to have with a Florida State in there. I like what Norwell said. Here's my thing, John. If you really want to put no doubt in it, you got to score more than 1 touchdown against Louisville in the ACC championship.
No,
don't give that chance for a doubt in that game. Just like Texas did it. Texas left no doubt in that Big 12 title game that they deserve to be into that playoff.
You overrating Mike Gundy. Oklahoma State, stop, man. They look like they didn't deserve to be in that game.
Well, they probably did. It should have been Oklahoma, but Oklahoma lost to Oklahoma State, so that was a problem.
This is true. Yeah.
So, but 5:00 game, Rose Bowl Stadium. I think it's going to be a great one there between these two. The spread, John, is Michigan -2. I already texted you immediately, and I put it on Twitter. I took Alabama immediately. I don't think.
Nah.
Did you see the response? I saw the response at the hotel today when they announced that it was Alabama playing Michigan. I heard a lot of groans when I was by that boardroom. A lot of groans, and then the video came out. Michigan don't want to play Alabama. They don't want to play them. Not a chance whatsoever. And I think
why not? They should have all the the signs and whatnot. All that should be cleared up, man.
Yeah,
that's the other dirty part about this, man.
Give
you know
Nick
what I'm saying?
Saban 30 days.
You said give Nick Saban 30 days. Well, shoot, you got Jim Harbaugh, man. King of the sign. Whatever sign they already had. You know what I'm saying?
Should they be in the playoff? Based on what they got caught
Nick
for.
Saban, hold on, Brandon. Let's get back to Nick Saban, man. Did he whine his way into this?
I don't think he whined. I think he politicked his way, and that's what every coach would do for their team.
He should run for president of the United States once we get past these 2 other candidates, man. Because they believed it. He was like, man, I just think Alabama should in the SEC.
Yeah,
like,
that's
God.
politicky, my man. That's how you politic.
Oh my God!
And
I
every
was like,
team
man,
does it.
Santa Claus and Jack Frost and oh my goodness, let's make some walnuts, grandmother. Let's go to
Norwell.
Come on, Nick Saban. This is football, man.
Norwell
we want to be in because
politicked.
we deserve to be in, but not because who's to say they won 9 straight games. Oh my God, Nick Saban, sack up, buddy.
The other game we have is the Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans. John, Washington, the 2 seed versus Texas, the 3. And I tell you again, one of these 2 teams will be playing for a national championship on the following Monday night. And it's either going to be Sark or it's going to be one of the newest Big Ten teams in the land. So it would be fitting for Washington to go to the national championship. Pac-12 go out one last sunset out there on the Pac-12. The conference of champions that who Bill Walton I think is anointed. Pac-12 after dark. This game I think is gonna be good. I think we got two great games.
Yeah, high scoring game here. High scoring game here, man. I jokingly say Ewers. I don't know. He should be on the Jets. He should be on New York Jets as a quarterback watch, man. But like, man, Penix Jr. is clearly a Heisman candidate, if not the nod, right? I know some people still got the kid from LSU winning the Heisman, man. But I don't know how my man Penix Jr. don't get in there, man. I get the stats, but they got the wins. They got the big time win. They beat Oregon twice, man. That was pretty impressive, man. And it wasn't just Penix Jr. He got a heaping helping of the running back, Dylan Johnson. You know what I'm saying, in the Pac-12 championship game, man, Friday night. But this should be a great game, man. I've been knocking Texas for the last 3 seasons, man. They did it, dude. After the game, they're talking about we back. I'm like, we back? Y'all leaving the Big 12? How the hell we back?
They back.
But like, no, good for them, man. Hook 'em horns. They back into the national championship picture, man. This is gonna be a high scoring game, y'all. In the 40s to 33, that kind of crap, man. It's gonna be a high scoring.
Let me read Mike Norvell's statement after they announced it. Quote, I am disgusted and infuriated with the committee's decision today to have what was earned on the field taken away because of a small group of people decided they know better than the results of the games. What is the point of playing the games? Do you tell players it's okay to quit if somebody goes down? Do you not play a senior on senior day for fear of injury? Where is the motivation to schedule challenging non-conference games? We are not only an undefeated Power 5 conference champion, but we also played 2 Power 5 non-conference games away from home and won both of them. I don't understand how we're supposed to think this is an acceptable way to evaluate a team. I think he had his attorneys write that for him.
You know, Brandon, you have to get in front of this football thing. Football in American sports, whether it's college football, I'm not gonna say professional because at this point we're at a professional level with college football, right? It's just a lot of money and a lot of fandom and a lot of emotion involved in, man. Unless you have a university, the NCAA ain't gonna do nothing. There's nothing the NCAA their hands until they still got any power. They should say, hey, mid-majors, come join us and break away from this madness, because this right here is madness. This is NFL. This is an NFL based, college based. They want to get the Big Ten and SEC together. The Big 12, like if you can figure shit out, like, you know what I'm saying. But this is what that is, man. So, I'm all for it, Brandon. I'm all for them. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna chop into it, man. FSU, like, what they can do? They gave them the Orange Bowl. They're not gonna show up to the Orange Bowl. They're gonna play Georgia the best they can, and roll them out there. But like Coach, you know, brings up a great point, man. You know what I'm saying? We played a great non-conference. They zip tied LSU's. They zip tied who y'all say gonna win the Heisman. If the SEC was so great this year, man, damn, Texas A&M fired the damn coach before the season was over. If the SEC was so damn great, Florida, they had to roll out Tim Tebow's ass for a damn Hall of Fame speech to make the season worth the damn. If the SEC was so important, I think Tennessee's still in top 21, but like, really, why? You see what I'm saying? I go that Vanderbilt is one of the top, they won the bottom 25 teams. Give me another team.
Mississippi State.
Pat your bag on Ole Miss. Mississippi State is crap. Everybody else, man, I don't want to hear about this SEC. But hey, man, here we are.
Mississippi State fired their head coach too. They're Zach. I can't think of his name. Not Zach Taylor. I can't think of.
Tell me about it. Right. And Brandon Reef had Florida's coach on fire. Watch his damn self.
Exactly. Our sponsor Scott K. Nichols asked, "What could have Florida State done differently?"
Where's DeSantis at? Governor Ron DeSantis is. I know. How'd you go political? Governor Ron DeSantis he'll scratch the back off Minnie Mouse's back for $1, but he don't know this is crazy college football. You got to get in front of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. As a governor, the governor of California, when the Pac-12 dissolved, he was like, "Well, California, you staying? Of course they staying. Stanford, you staying? Of course." They're like, "Dude, you just lost UCLA. You should have been on top of it." DeSantis should have been on top of it. And that's what the only thing they could. They should have got the power dynamics, all that Florida, the craziness. Like, they have juice, but they ain't using it. They ain't using it. Miami, where's like look what Nick Saban and Kirby Smart say when it ain't their team. It start talking about the conference. It's crazy. They start talking about the conference. When Florida State loses, nobody else is talking about where's Kirby Smart at. Did he say, hey man, Florida State needs to be propped up? No, I mean Miami's no man.
Does this give Florida State more firepower to lead the conference of the ACC?
They gotta. This is the way we're set up, man. It can help them break their contract. That's what I think. The way this is set up, this will help them break their contract with the ACC for sure.
Well, the ACC, I don't think did them any favors this year. You had a Clemson team that underachieved. You had a Miami, Florida team that underachieved. You had let's say a Louisville,
Notre Dame,
achieved. Louisville did well. Nobody expected that, but Notre Dame underachieved. I think. I mean, they did play the ACC schedule, so
right. North Carolina flamed out on you, right?
Yeah. So I think it's I think you got to look at the conference. I think that put it at fault as well. Listen, I think in the end, the bottom line is for the committee was the fact that Jordan Travis, the star player for the team, who's led this team, who is the and the defense is good, but he's the amazing guy, right? He is the guy, and he got hurt, so that put a different dynamic of the team out there. I understand you put 52 points up in the second half against Southern University. Sorry, Reggie. It wasn't Southern University.
They beat Southern. They beat Florida. Right. And
I'm just saying, like,
ACC game, title game,
if you want to leave no doubt that ACC title game, you have to score more than one touchdown and win 16-6.
All right, check this out. Check this out. What if, all right, it says, because everybody writing what if checks, man. What if they go out and beat freaking Georgia? They got to beat freaking Georgia, man. CFP is a joke. It was already a joke, but
so breakdown as you are talking. We got the Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl. Ohio State is going to be taking on Missouri. The Peach Bowl. Ole Miss versus Penn State. James Franklin versus the Lane Train. Orange Bowl. Florida State and Georgia. Florida State may get curb stomped in this game. I think you're going to have a pissed off Georgia team, but also depends who opts out. Does Georgia guys have opt out for the pros? We'll see.
Right.
Fiesta Bowl. You have Oregon versus Liberty. Liberty, it's interesting with that 12-team playoff, what it would look like. Liberty would have been the highest of the non-Power Fives to get in. They would have got in over SMU. So Oregon versus Liberty in the Fiesta Bowl. We've got Arizona and Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl. And the Citrus Bowl, we've got Iowa versus Tennessee. It is interesting that off that 12-team committee, Oklahoma was the first team that would have been left out.
Yeah, and Iowa made it in.
The
Big Ten West is going to look.
Scott says my only question is, Scott says my question is, if they didn't make it because of quarterback injured, why not drop them from 4 before the conference ship game? That's a great question. Right, they went to third string.
And they went to a third string guy, and it wasn't. I guess it wasn't no guarantee that the second string guy was going to make it.
I also think that the committee was hoping for no chaos. I really do. I think they were trying to bank on no chaos, and it would be an easy selection there for them to possibly put then Texas over Florida State or Alabama over Florida State with that. And I think they were actually rooting for Louisville too. But somebody asked me, when did I think that Bama – or sorry, when did I think – I think by halftime of that game, I think the committee had their stuff set with the Florida State thing.
The only other thing, Brandon, is that like I heard like football people that played, whether they was coaches, just drastically say, I know this sounds terrible as a coach, but I'm saying that the best team. I'm like, man, what are you saying? You like contradicting yourself, man. Either what are you? Are you like, man, are you a TV person? You getting paid to say this? You know what I mean? But Brandon, did you want to take a stab at the new IU coach? I know you fell in love with Signetti.
I will. The TV rights deal, by the way. I know you're ready to blow up on the new TV rights deal.
I don't want to bore nobody over that crap, man. Save
it for Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't want to bore nobody else. We can talk about other things, man. It's conspiracy
Okay.
theory crap anyway.
So this head coach for IU, and it's funny because I have John Fanta was going back and forth with me, who's college basketball analyst for Fox. So we were going back and forth on Twitter about it. This guy comes out, and I understand IU basketball game, and it's they're blowing the hell out of Maryland out and all that. He comes out on the court and he's like, "Yeah, I give that rah speech," and he says, "Purdue sucks, and Michigan sucks, and Ohio State sucks too. I ain't taking a back seat to anybody." It's cute. I kind of yawned at it, and people said, "Oh, Purdue says IU sucks all the time in basketball games and football games." They do. I don't have a problem with him saying it. I think he's just putting a fucking target on himself with between Purdue, Ohio State, and Michigan. And this dude's going to be what, 18th, 17th in the conference the next couple years. They're going to be probably second to last or last. And I'm sorry, IU. I had to tell a few people who were ready to jump on that bandwagon. Y'all realize you hired Tom Allen 2.0, right? This is Tom Allen 2.0.
It really feels like Tom Allen 2.0.
Clip this. IU will go nowhere with this football coach. If somehow this team in the next 3 years.
You give him 3 years? I was going to give him 2.
I'm trying to say how to do it. Do I want to give them 6 wins where they're bowl eligible? If this IU team can win a bowl game in the next 3 years, I will then have a picture taken, and I will wear for a show an IU sweatshirt. For it.
I don't know,
this
man.
This guy ain't going to win shit. This guy is Tom Allen 2.0. They didn't spend the money. You got yourself a quad that doesn't even know how to coach true Division I football. You look at what JMU did. What'd they do? What JMU do, John? They got that ass whooped by App State, right? When game day came, they got that ass whooped.
They did.
So this is a terrible hire. You can't go out and get somebody else?
You got Signetti, man. You got to believe in Signetti, man. See what he can do.
No, not a chance.
I doubt that he can coach football. It's kind of wild that he's kind of long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they automatically said they gave him a Nick Saban family tree. I'm like, damn, if he worked for Nick Saban when Nick Saban had Koki, why we finally get? Why are the Hoosiers finally getting, man? So I don't know, man. We'll see. It all kind of depends what kind of athletes kind of go down to IU to play football. But hell, one of the quarterbacks.
Touchdown again.
One of the quarterbacks for IU that declared, he'd already then pulled his paperwork to go there. So we'll see about that. Another thing, man, Brian, I know you said 35 to 37 minutes, man. You want to pitch one up there for Tyrese Halliburton when we go off?
All right, so let me I'll set the table for us. Folks, Jonathan, the Pacers are the highest scoring team. They also give up the most points. Yeah, Halliburton had 42. It's great. I told John, and he had 40-something, they lost. I said, if Halliburton scores over 35, we should lose the game. Pacers should lose the game. Halliburton is more of a 25 and 14 guy. He should be a 25 and 13 guy, 13 assists. There has to be that second scorer. If Halliburton's scoring 30 or 40, he's not playing the game he's supposed to play. Pacers will not win. Now, you're ready to go scorched earth a little bit because you sent me a text that said it's time to make some trades, and you said that in the next 2 years, the Pacers need to trade Tyrese Halliburton.
Listen, I still have a little bit of Pacer fan in me. I put my, when you put your, you know what I'm saying, when you start talking about it and evaluating, and like he had a post-conference presser, and now it's a meme on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, that I'm a loser. I'm tired of being a loser. Well, man, my friend, man, hey, man, heavy he who wears the crown of leadership. You know what I'm saying? I know we've heard this before. You are the leader of this team, my friend. You are, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Stop and Go. If like Brandon Reeves says, and statistically like Brandon Reeves says, hey man, like you got to get the other dudes involved. So you saying the other team, your teammates is losers, or you ain't the leader? I don't understand, Brandon Reeves. I don't understand. So like I had to go back to like Tyrese Halliburton. Say what now?
I thought it was a weird statement he made, and
I went back. I had to go back to Tyrese Halliburton. It's like, man, you tired of being a loser? Like, dude, nobody told you to go Iowa State. You went to Iowa State. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Then you get drafted. God bless America, man. You know what I'm saying? You get drafted. The mayor made the coach. He you know what I'm saying? He was coaching him out there, man. He made a player out of him, man. He gets drafted by the daggone Sacramento Kings. You can't even you couldn't beat Darren Fox from the starter position. You know what I'm saying? They kept your contract, they kept him around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got it, whatever, you know what I'm saying, Sabonis and some whatever from the Pacers, and here we go, man. But like you a short time talking about you finally glad to be an all-star, and like all you want to do is make the playoffs. Like, bro, you like, man, like you winning is hard. To quote Dan Dawkins, I know it's crazy. Winning is hard.
No.
Winning is hard, man. And like you got to be the leader of this team, man, and start like man, he ain't long enough in the tooth just start calling out teammates, man. Not at all. So, like, either you got to get on, like, they gave him $265 million. He's driving around in the Indy 500 car, you know what I'm saying, with Mario. And you talking about you tired of being a loser, man. The world, everybody from here to Fort Wayne, you know what I'm saying, was giving him roses when Wally Serbiak called him a sometime all-star. Now you sounding like a sometime all-star. I feel like a loser, man. Please, if this dude is the leader of the team, and talking about feel like a loser, man. After this year, man. We said Pacers need to win 40 games this year, and this dude talking about a loser, man. Hey, man, I don't know, man. Tyrese Halliburton. I know y'all said he's good, man, but I don't know if he's a leader. He's got a lot of. Let me jump on. Let me figure out how I can jump on another team. Sounds like it. I'm sorry, man.
Was he saying it about now, or was it a podcast clip from something else that he said?
No, that was a comment after. That was a comment after the game. I mean, if it's on Yahoo Sports, I'll share it on the Twitter.
Let me ask you this: Do the Pacers have a superstar ego problem? Because let's go back and look. The Paul George issue, ego got to him. Victor Oladipo. The ego, bad advice got to him.
Like it's crazy, man.
Or are we feeling a little gun shy because of what's happened the previous two times?
What is it like to get around the Pacers and like I get it, man. They you know what I'm saying, they like the three kings come to you, you know what I'm saying? They put all the jewels and whatnot on the baby, man, and then this dude don't even want to be here. Like already. It's what he sounded like. I'm tired of losing, man. I'm tired of losing too. The Pacers should be tired of losing, but you're the leader of the team, man. You can't go on the pressure saying that, dude. And like sometimes I feel like it's true, man. The soft media around here, they're not gonna call it out because they don't want to furtherly piss him off. So they're gonna figure out like what's wrong with Matherin's game. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's wrong? Well, shoot, what's wrong with?
I said we should trade him in the next 2 years. That was my thing.
Nah, man. Ben Matherin was rock solid for the Pacers last year. If it wasn't for being somewhat in and out, I mean, come on, man. He's up for the challenge. You think he takes bad shots?
Yeah, but he's still young, so I'll give him that.
Right. So why? So like, you know what I'm saying? Why Tyrese? Halliburton's got to become a better leader if that's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? If that's what he's going to be
tomorrow.
Anywhere.
Pacers and Celtics, the play-in tournament game, semifinal here. Celtics are 4-point favorites. John, I think they easily win by more than 4. The Celtics will win this game, but easily by more than 4.
The Boston Celtics probably going to win the NBA championship, man. I don't like what I see out of.
I was ready for the Pacers to get the banner ready for the in-season tournament.
For the in-season tournament. Nah, man.
I kept saying this since game 1. Yeah, it's a wrap playing Boston.
Porzingis is playing like a lottery pick, and Al Horford is like out here blocking people's shots. They not missing Robert Williams. It looked like a foolhardy trade. They got rid of Marcus Smart. He was OC for him sometimes anyway. I think the Celtics win the East. Sorry, Giannis.
You have over the weekend. Udoka and LeBron had a little bit of a tussle.
Hey, man, LeBron going to release them Neil Long papers, man. You better be careful, Coach Udoka, man. Don't be calling LeBron no little boy, man. Don't nobody talk like nobody. They're grown-ass men out here, man. You better be careful. you better be careful. Coach Udoka, you already got kicked out of Boston, man, messing around with the team daughter. Hey, man. Hey, don't get TMZ out there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, show Wednesday night. As of right now, it's Wednesday night. I've got a very busy schedule, Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm hoping I get out of my job at decent time on Wednesday night for the show. If not, then it's gonna be tough. But We'll talk college football. We don't have any games right now. We got bowl games, but we'll do our bowl picks as the week of the bowls start happening. We'll talk more college football playoff. We'll continue to talk NBA. We'll talk college basketball. We're going to have Nick Peterson on here soon to talk college basketball with the Hoosiers and whatnot. IU got a good win at home against Maryland. They've got another matchup here coming up soon. I forget who they play.
Yeah, they did. And like I said, we'll talk. I know everybody's probably saying, man, we want y'all to talk about Purdue and Northwestern, man. We'll get to a number one team in the nation, took a L. I get it, man. So we'll get to that. I think Justin Fox from the Epic Podcast, he's going to be on there, you know what I'm saying, catch up with us on some boxing tips. Because, we missed the last 2 weeks of boxing. There's been some great boxing action last 2 weekends, man. So it's going to be another great show on Wednesday, man. I can't wait till everybody's there, man. We had a great, you know what I'm saying, night check in tonight, man. I'm sorry I didn't go volcanic as much as I thought I was on the live, man. But you know what I'm saying, if you want to see you want to hear the emotion, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Crossroads Sports, follow us on Instagram.
Share the stream, share the video,
share
the video, share
all
the
those
stream.
things, man. But like everybody, hey, you know what I'm saying, thanks. We gotta get Brandon Reef to bed, man. So everybody, thanks for
Long
watching.
day. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later this week.